Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, December 1st, the first day of the last month of the year, 2020. It's Sean Starks at Tarts Financial. I hope everybody's doing well today. The market was up 185 points a day and started off December very sharply. And as you know, traditionally, usually when we have a strong November, December is usually a weaker month, but we'll wait and see if we are going to get the Santa Claus rally since we had such a good November. Market was across the board. Most was broadly across the board in most areas. A lot of stocks that you're familiar with. The tech stocks were up strongly. Some of the conventional stocks did well. We even saw PayPal did well today. We saw other stocks. We also saw the financials again did reasonably well, and we also saw that some of the issues like Facebook actually had a good day. So it's some interest across the board in various markets today, and includes and of course, old Berkshire Hathaway Class B was up. So many of the good growth stocks are up today. So as we go forward in the month, this month we'll be interested to see how the market deals with the end of the year tax loss selling and also portfolio window dressing. Related to that, we talked a little bit last night about selecting your securities for building a portfolio, especially for beginners. And some people inquire about that. One thing we like to encourage people is that when people start investing in securities individually, it's still best to do their own research and then try to find out the stocks or the investments they want to buy meet their own particular objectives and financial goals. And that's the biggest thing to do is find stocks or mutual funds or annuities or whatever they're choosing to make sure they meet their own goals. And that is why trying to find a proper stock investment that does that is very important to do the research. Now, one other thing we want to recommend is a mistake a lot of people make is what we call bottom fishing. And that is when you buy a stock that has done very poorly up recently, but was good in the past, but now the stock is broken down and actually hitting new lows. And a lot of people like to say, "Oh, I like to get in that way," and they like to bottom fish, and that can be good, but sometimes they're catching a falling knife. And that is why you got to pay attention to why is the stock falling? Has it had recent earnings announcement? Has it had something materially changed in the company's fortunes? What has affected the stock to go down strongly? And then, if it is it advantageous maybe to buy into it as it finishes its downturn, or is the company in the middle of a turnaround? So that objective you have to look objectively to find out if this is a stock to buy for you. But again, that is a mistake we find many people make when they first start investing. Is trying to buy a stock that's hit new lows and that he had a good fortune before, and unfortunately, there are plenty of people who can tell you about buying General Motors years ago, back in early 2000 when it went down, and they watched them go all the way to zero and off the board. And in recent years, you probably saw that in the Eastman Kodak stock. And basically, the fortunes changed for Eastman Kodak, and therefore the stock reflected that and went all the way down from various uh, heights. So it's another situation where you got to do a little bit of background check on what the company is doing, and that's why it's very good to pay attention on why is a stock going down. Now, related to that is another mistake that people do make is when they buy a stock that does go down and they keep holding on. Now, maybe could be good reason they want to hold on for some reason. Maybe something happened where the stock's just down temporarily, or maybe it's some type of announcements affected the short term. But also, one of the mistakes that many people make when they buy stock and it goes down and they say, "I'm not going to sell until it gets even." And that usually is a big mistake a lot of people make is say, "Oh, I'm not going to sell that stock. It went down after I bought it, but I'm going to keep holding it until it gets even." Well, that's sometimes even could be in the hereafter. It may never happen. So therefore, you have a situation where that type of mentality is wrong. It can be very damaging to your portfolio results. It's very important to, if stock went down, and why did it go down? Now, do you want to buy more of it or not? You have to sit down and assess the situation. It's why is the stock falling? Is the fortunes of the company changed materially? Has something happened with the management? Or is it just a situation where it was babies thrown out with the bathwater and it went down general with the market. But it's a very good company. Classic example is last March. Stocks were really plummeting when the first announcement of the shutdown and the pandemic of COVID-19 came about. And we saw some wonderful stocks that were trashed. And if you had the courage to step in and buy the proper investments, buy good quality companies, you probably since been up as much as 50%, in some cases 100% or more in some stocks, or in some mutual funds too. So the bottom line is there are times where you do want to step in, and there are times you don't want to step in, and that is one where you have to make a decision for yourself of is it the right time or not. So again, these are a couple of basic tips, but again, that's all stuff that you can sit down and with your financial advisor or someone who's working as your financial advisor and decide, hey, should I buy now or should I sell or whatever. So that's again basic tips. Remember when you start building your portfolio out. We'll discuss more as we go forward. Again, today was Tuesday, December 1st, and it was a good day for the market. We'll see about how it does for the rest of the week. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll be happy to talk to people about any situation or topic you'd like to know about. Contact me direct at 804-306-5620 or email me at jstarke@cfiemail.com. Look forward to hearing you answer any questions you may have. Again, have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.